Hey guys, it's Curtis with Wander with the Workmans again, and today we are in Littlefield, Texas, the birthplace of Waylon Jennings. So I am standing on a stage specifically built for performances by country music legend Waylon Jennings. We are in Littlefield, Texas, which is the birthplace of Waylon Jennings, and we're staying at the Waylon Jennings RV Park. This is another one of our stopover sites. It is maintained by the city of Littlefield and offers 4 days of free camping with water and power hookups. And there is a number, if you need to stay longer, that you can extend your stay, but they do charge for extended days. Now there are 10 sites for moderate-sized rigs here, and they also offer 3 pull-through sites for larger RVs. So there are 13 sites here total. Now I will say, compared to some of the other stopover sites that we found here in western Texas, this is a tighter park. You will exercise your backing skills to their fullest, but you can get a pretty decent sized rig into any one of the regular size spots. And again, if you're in a larger rig, they do have 3 pull-through sites for your vehicle. In terms of water and power, the water pressure has been good. We've had a couple of other neighbors with us using water as well, and the pressure has stayed very high. So that's a definite plus. And the power pedestals offer 30 and 50 amp service. Now, in terms of things attached to this park, there's a couple of things going on here that are kind of cool. First of all, they have a pretty large horseshoe pit complex. We pulled in on a weekend and they were having league night, so they do use them quite frequently. People also stop by to use those horseshoe pits just recreationally as well. So if you're inclined to pitch a shoe or two, this is the place for you. There's also a couple of baseball/softball fields, and again, they have leagues as well, so you will experience some traffic from league night as well. And there's a lot of open space here for kids to run around or for you to just stretch out. Along with that, there is a pretty impressive Veterans Memorial Park here as well, paying homage to the men and women who have served in the armed forces from this area. So you'll want to check that out. Now, in terms of logistics for this site, the pads themselves, the places to put your trailer, they're dirt. So a couple of them have some slight rutting, and it did rain while we were here, so they got a little bit on the damp side. However, it wasn't too terribly hard to level here either. Just be aware you're gonna probably have to sweep the floor a couple of more times than you would in other parks. Also, there is a dump station on site. You will have to use your internal systems while you're just staying here because there is no public restroom facility, but there is a dump station. It is a one-sided dump station, so plan your turn accordingly, but that is available as well. A couple of things to keep in mind about this park. Apart from the dirt sites, they are double sites, and so while they do offer picnic tables and awnings and that kind of thing, you will possibly end up parked next to another RV. And that means that the power pedestals and the water spigots are split. And in our case, when we pulled in and parked our rig, we found that we were short of enough power cable to go directly 30 amp. So we ended up purchasing a 30 amp extension cord, which is something we're going to be using a ton down the road. But we did find we were about 10 feet short of directly plugging into the power pedestal without an extension cord, and we did have to pull out our auxiliary hose to reach the water spigot as well. So you will need some extensions more than likely when you pull into these sites. The other downside to this site to be aware of, you are on one of the main thoroughfares through town. You're on Hall Boulevard, and it is a busy street, and it's busy all the time, so you are going to encounter road noise. The good news is that it's city traffic, so you're not really running into a lot of heavy tractor-trailer traffic. You're just going to be hearing road noise from civilian vehicles. A couple of things to highlight about Littlefield, Texas, and this campsite. First of all, the campsite is right next door to the Ace Hardware. Now, we actually broke our city water connection trying to hook up, and had to buy a couple of parts, get some tools, and being that close to a hardware store was amazing. I had to make about 8 different trips over there to buy a bit and buy a saw blade and buy some caulking, that kind of thing. And so it was really convenient to just be able to walk over there, get what I needed, and walk back. The people there, amazingly helpful, very knowledgeable, surprisingly, about RV repair. Haven't been to a hardware store where people offered that much advice, but got to hear a lot of stories about my RV did this, or I broke that on my rig, and that kind of thing. And so they were very, very helpful and very, very knowledgeable. The other thing we discovered here in Littlefield, Texas, apart from the history of having a country music legend like Waylon Jennings, is a little meat market by the name of Lopez Meat Market. Now, the business itself has passed through a couple of hands, but it is coming up on its 70th anniversary. And the thing that they are most noted for is their beef jerky. It is amazing. They process all types of meat, from game meat from hunters to agricultural meats like pork and beef and chicken and that kind of thing. But they make their own sausages, they make their own beef jerky, and we picked up some of their regular beef jerky, and it will ruin all other types of beef jerky for you. So definitely check out the Lopez Meat Market. In the meantime, you guys, if you like what we're doing, if you want to keep up on our adventures, be sure to hit the subscribe button right below us. I'm told that YouTube hasn't moved it, so it's still there. It's just right down there. Give that a click. It'll bring up the bell icon so you can get notifications through YouTube when we upload another video. You can also keep track of us on Instagram. We are Wander with the Workmans on Instagram as well, so give us a follow over there. And in the meantime, guys, see you down the road.